Right, hi, this is Neil, and with me, assisting me here is Nick, and we're going to look at disarming the knife and a little bit later the pistol, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing this. We're just going to give you 2 or 3 basic things and a couple of points safety. There we are. Got to be ready for it anytime. Now this is our knife, not a real knife because we're in the backyard. We're not doing anything too serious, just made of rubber. If you worry, very good for the handle though, and losing the grip. Being able to grip it and then be able to disarm from that. So Nick's been having a bit of a look at this. So you'd like to tell us what we use the word SWOT on this: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So what's the strength of having a weapon like that?
Well, obviously with the knife, the strength is that it's sharp, so cut and thrust. So the cut there and the thrust in, and so this could cause a lot of damage to someone. So yeah.
And what's the weakness? What the weaknesses are
when looking at the weaknesses, just look at the wrist. So if you're at home and you've got something similar, just test out your wrist, and you can find weakness points, and this could be potentially used in the future to your advantage. So yeah, if you rotate that way or that way, it's obviously weaknesses, and back into you obviously.
And this was happening a bit. We were just fooling around with it before, and there's a certain amount of compliance going on. But when it's turning in, it was often just turning in like that, and the knife would naturally tend to go loose with a bit of pressure on it. And so just to go through a bit of those again for you with this one, as you're just learning to do it, you go very slowly. Just give us a thrust in there, and I might take it. I move beside it. Remember this blending that we learned before. Come in here. Take the knife away that way. What's another one that we can do? The cut. Move like that. Obviously, as we say, get out of the line of attack, and you can just turn it like that. Boom. See the point of the weakness? Okay. We did a fancy one before over the neck. We'll just show it to you. That shows you the other thing. When he came in, I put my hand on there to stop it going any further. I actually brought my jaw down onto that, and very simply swinging the arm up around there. Now these are all the sorts of things that you can just find around, discover for yourself how that works. Take a quick look at the pistol now. So it's threats, of course, opportunities. Did we get all those? My opportunity, well, basically show them, and the threat, of course, is with this one is getting cut. Now, what about with the pistol?
So obviously with the pistol, the strength is the bullet, so getting shot, that's the strength. And the weaknesses is, using the leverage to your advantage. Unlike the knife, you use the barrel to your advantage here. So if you make sure you get a firm grip with one hand on the wrist, and then using the barrel, the leverage, you can do the same sort of thing applies. So just testing out that, finding the weak points, and obviously it's better to go up, because in terms of like if there's people around, if you're going that way or that way, then they can become in danger. So definitely I'd suggest going up, because obviously it's in the air.
Okay, so if we're looking at, say, disarming, it's a question of taking something for yourself, and all it needs to be made of wood, because the principle is we're just basically looking at leverage on one hand, and some bit of biomechanics, which we had before, is there's a weakness there. That's part of biomechanics. It's something we discover, we learn as we're fooling around in the backyard. We can use it. And so what I'd do if I was disarming that, I'd look to first of all get off that line of attack. So I'd move to one side, simply take it up that way. Now his arm's being used on that, so I'd disarm him like this, or even point it into him, whatever. So we'll just do a couple of sort of things, and you can hold it. That one was around that way, but see, notice I took it like that. There's working parts often on top, and this is really a safety thing. With a real weapon, go and check them out with people. Working parts can catch up your hand and so forth. So there's a good way of taking it, fairly safe. Try another one. Whoops. Would have been like that. Bit weaker, but we can crack them in there, anything like that. And we'll take the one going up. It's your safest. We teach you some other things, but that's probably it for now. And remember, the big safety thing here is notice his finger is outside the guard, and when you're training on this, always have them outside the guard, because sometimes if you turn them in, you can break a finger quite easily, particularly if you're starting to go fast. Good, thank you very much for watching us, and wait for our next exciting episode. Thank you.